today I am hanging out here in Seville, Spain, and it's a great morning out here. It's beautiful, it's quiet, but it was a question that came up is how do you actually find the next country or city to visit during your next vacation? And you know, I thought I would talk about that today. So I'm going to give you maybe 5 suggestions on what I think you should think about to make that next vacation that much better. So my first suggestion would be to look at the history of a place. As you can see right now, Seville is a beautiful place of history. From the buildings and this big courtyard right here, it's amazing. So when you planning that trip, when you're trying to see that city, remember a lot of places are very old, especially over in different countries and stuff like Europe. They're hundreds of years old, if not thousands of years old. And you can see beautiful things like this in the morning when you're exploring these places. And you can learn a lot about what actually happened in those places. So my first suggestion for you is to look up the history. Wow, that's amazing. Woo! So my second suggestion would be culture. I know history and culture kind of go hand in hand. So things like flamenco. Here in Spain, flamenco dancing is a very popular thing, and it stems way back in their history. And even this place right here is called House of the Guitar. So if you in different places like that, you'll learn a lot about culture and the way they love to do different things in styles of wear and everything like that. So my third suggestion would be finding a sightseeing tour bus or something like a TripAdvisor where you can book different day trips or half-day trips, and it can show you many places around the cities or countries that you have explored or that you're going to. Okay, this is one of the best resources that I use in order to find really cool places that I wouldn't find on my own. And a lot of the tour guides, they speak your language, whether it be English, Spanish, German, and you can really sit back and just enjoy the trip. Just like the sightseeing tour bus that brought me here to this bullfighting ring. So and you can see bullfighters, statues. It's a really good resource in order to help you get around the city without a whole bunch of hassle. So that's my number 3. So my number 4, okay, would have to be language. Hey, me, I'm an English speaker. Not everyone speaks English. So if you're gonna go to a different country and they don't speak English, be aware that you might have to use a translator or maybe a book or something in order to communicate. Because whether it be Brazil or Asia, not everyone speaks English. And not everyone speaks French or German. So you have to understand that that language barrier can be there. So if you're gonna go to a different place, you have to be aware that they may not speak the same language as you, and this may or may not be good for your situation if you're trying to have a good time in this new city or new country. So it could be a barrier for you before you go to that next place, but if it's not, this could be a big deciding factor whether you know, book that ticket to that place or not. So think about that. Think about the language, because for me, I know I've been many places that where they didn't speak English, but it was still a place I wanted to go, so I made it work. But in other times, hey, I want to hurry up and get there, have a good time, don't have to worry about the language barrier. So I would go to London or another place where they spoke English, and it made my trip a lot better because I didn't have that language barrier and those issues to deal with. So think about that. Language is a big thing, because if you can't communicate, hey, you can't get a lot of things done sometimes. So I have to say my number 5 would always have to be money. Okay, money. Money is a big determining factor whether, you know, you can go to this country or go to that country, okay? So look at that currency exchange, because I know going to England, you know, or going to places in Europe, Okay, the euro is higher than the American dollar. So you may not be able to spend as much money going to Europe than you can, let's say, Thailand, the Philippines, or even Brazil, where your money stretches a lot further. So you can ball out, have fun, and still be able to save money in some of these places sometime, versus a place where the currency is a lot higher than your local dollar. So always think about money, because, hey, if you can't spend a lot, then you're gonna have to budget. You know, if you're in one of these places where you can spend a lot, well, hey, you know, it's more things you can do, more things you can buy, and you might just have a greater time in those places. So I always look at the currency, you know, whether it's good for me or whether it's against me. And then, hey, I'm either gonna book that trip or I'm gonna go someplace else. So that's my top 5 suggestions when trying to find a new country, a new city to go explore, okay? And I hope this helped everybody out. If it did, leave a like, you know, subscribe if you want to see other places. I'm here in Sevilla right now in Spain, and it's gonna be another video of that. This city is beautiful, okay? So it's gonna be another video showing all the beauties of Sevilla. So stay tuned to that one. But I'll see y'all in the next video.